Hey YouTube family, long time no see. Welcome to another video from me. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kai Journey. And if you're my old-time subscriber, thank you for sticking around so long, for putting up with me even in my absence. I really appreciate it. I'm here to share my thoughts, give you guys my review, my wear test on the new Pacifica Beauty Alight Clean Foundation. Now you guys know I was not going to let this launch go without, putting in my little 2 cents, because as you guys know from in the past, Pacifica Beauty, their foundation line was lacking. It was just, they did have a foundation and CC creams, and the shade range was lacking. So they recently launched this foundation line, and I'm here to share my thoughts. So they recently launched their new foundation, and it comes in 30 different shades, which is cool. The shade range, like I must say, I was really impressed. They had from the lightest to the mid-tones to the dark and to the deep tones. So they are stepping up their game, and I was really impressed with this foundation shade. So I purchased not sent in PR at all, with my own money, the last 7 shades, just to give you guys a swatch, shade comparison, find my match, wear it, and tell you guys how I think about it, my thoughts on it. I also picked up their concealers. They recently launched new concealers as well, and I picked up the 3 darkest shades, I believe. So I'm going to test out the concealers for you as well. So the first shade, and the way they have the shades named or labeled, is the darkest shade is actually number 1, and then it goes in the opposite direction. Usually the darkest shade has the higher number, but the darkest shade is number 1, and then it gets the shades gets lighter as the numbers get higher. That makes sense. So I have the 7 darkest shades in their range. I'm going to start with shade number 7, swatch it for you guys, and tell you a little bit, just a snippet of the color and the undertone. 07 WD. WD is warm deep, and it says it's deep tan with slight red undertones. The next shade is 06 WD, deep tan with yellow undertone. And 5 is 05 ND, which is neutral deep, deep tan with neutral undertone. Number 4 is 04 CD, which stands for cool deep, and this is a very deep with slight red and yellow undertones. Number 3 is WD, which is warm deep, and this is very deep with slight yellow warm undertone. And number 2 is neutral deep, so it's very deep with slight red undertone. And the last one is the deepest shade, which is number 1, and number 1 is cool deep, so it's very deep with red undertones. I'm back. So here I have all the colors swatched on my face, starting off with the lightest all the way to the darkest. Number 7, number 6, number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, and number 1. And now I'm trying to figure out which one best matched me, which one is my shade. So upon consulting my team, my many team, upon consulting the oracles, but I just kind of asked my husband, and I looked at myself in the mirror upstairs in the daytime. We have concluded, my team and I, my husband and myself in my mirror in the daytime, that I think this shade right here, which is number 3, I think it's the best match. I know you could probably hardly see it now because I really, rubbed them out. I really blended them in. But there is a shade here, which is number 3, which I think is the best match for me. Yeah, these were too light. Even number 4 could have been a match, but I think it's too light. And number 3 is warm deep, which is very deep with slight yellow warm undertone. So number 3 it is. Starting off with a fresh face, I'm going to apply the Pacifica Cherry Matte Mattifying Primer. This is the Pre-Makeup Oil Control Primer. Definitely get my T-zones. let's go in with the foundation number 3. The foundation is only available, ooh, that's a lot, just one pump. And it is a oil-free anti-shine satin finish foundation. The foundations currently are only available online, and they're only available on Ulta.com, which I didn't really understand. They're not on the Pacifica Beauty website, so if you go to their website, it's not there. But it's available at Ulta.com, and they retail for $16. Oh, I'm looking kind of red. Oh, I'm looking kind of red. All right, let's see. Maybe I chose the wrong color. Let's rub it in and see. It actually has a very nice scent to it. It's a very light fragrance, but it smells really good. I like it. It's light, but it's nice. And a little bit, as you can see, I don't cake on too much foundation. It goes a long way because just one pump, and I still have some left over on the back of my hand from that one pump. This is how the foundation looks blended out. Just one application. I don't want to put on too much, but I think it looks really good so far. I honestly think it looks really good. Like, that was it. I have more in the back of my hand. I kind of want to apply it, but I don't, because in real life I don't apply that much foundation. I think that's enough for me, but I want to see if it's buildable. So I kind of do, right? Alright, here's what we're going to do. Old school way, because, you know, there's two sides to my face. So I'm going to leave the left side as it is, and I'm going to build up the right side just to see, just to see if it's how buildable I can get it. If there's a difference. I'm just going to build up the right side a little bit more. So this side, the right side, has a little bit more foundation than the left side. And I still think it looks pretty good. It is buildable. So it does look more covered on the right side than the left side. But I honestly like both sides. And for me, for my everyday life, I prefer the left side because I don't like too much on my face. I like to let my imperfections show through a little bit. More coverage. Everyday normal wear, less coverage. So this foundation says, get the flawless coverage of your dream in 30 shades, designed for real skin tones with the Pacifica Alight Clean Foundation. This innovative, non-comedogenic, dermatologist-tested formula goes on smooth, covers pores, and lasts throughout the day. This formula is free of silicone, parabens, phthalates, talc, BHA, BHT, petroleum, and drying alcohols, and a huge list of other things. Some key ingredients are hyaluronic acid, coconut water, rose leaf extracts. You're supposed to get flawless, seamless coverage, skin feels clean, more radiant, healthy looking skin, pore-free appearance, and vibrant. And it's supposed to last all day. And over time, it's supposed to make your actual skin look healthier and feel smoother. Now let's move on to the concealers to see what we're working with. I think I got the 3 darkest shades. Let me check. So with the concealers, I did purchase, because like I said, I am not on their PR list. Don't know why. But I did purchase the 3 darkest shades. Number 5, which is Warm Tan. Number 3, which is Warm Deep. And number 2, which is Neutral Deep. I'm liking number 3, but let me see. My favorite GreenBeauty concealer is this one here from Shea Moisture. It is my favorite. It's my everyday concealer. It is discontinued, and I'm just so upset about that. So I've been trying to find one that matches this shade. So let me see which one of these is the closest to that. So right below here is my favorite Shea Moisture concealer. And up top here, these are the new Pacifica ones. Ooh, I don't know which one. I blended them out. I did, and I'm still trying to decide. But I honestly feel that the middle one, number 3, is way too red. It is way too red for my liking, so I'm going to omit that one. Which leaves me with number 5, which is the lightest, and number 2, which is the darkest. And in true Kaya Journey fashion, old school way, like I said, I have 2 sides to my face, so let's try both of them. I'm going to put the lighter one, which is number 5, on the left side of my face. Let's hope I remember all of this. Not too much, because I don't like too much concealer. To be honest, that's about it. I don't like too much concealer. And the deepest shade, the darkest shade, number 2, which is Neutral Deep, on the right side of my face. I do see the difference on my face now. Well, let's see the difference when I blend them out, which one I prefer. And I don't like to put concealer all up here and down. That's just too much for me. That's enough. Under my eye is enough. Sorry. So I usually like to let my concealers, you know, sit a little bit, let them get acquainted, let them dry down a little bit, and then I blend them out. So let me just finish up my eye with some mascara, and then I'll be right back. All right, now that the eyes are kind of complete, let's blend out the concealers. I think it's dried down enough. I'm going to start with the lighter side, which is number 5. And the concealers retail for $13 a piece. Oh gosh, something's in my eye. Of course, something has to go in my eye now. I think I have to apply a little bit more. I'm used to my concealer, which is the shade Moisture, being a little bit thicker. Let me apply more because it's kind of light. Yeah, I keep turning the thing, so I'm not contaminating it. I'm switching sides, just in case you guys are not aware. So I am switching the sponge around once I go to the next side. Right. This is how the concealer is looking. Concealer, concealer. Let me know which one you guys prefer. Okay? Something's in my eye. Now that the face is all done, I'm going to complete the look with the Pacifica Pineapple Flower Oil-Free Matte Mist with pineapple and hyaluronic acid. So you guys, I'm all done. This is the face, no eyeshadow, just a basic plain look today, nothing too crazy. But this is with the Pacifica foundation, the Pacifica primer, foundation, concealer, and the setting spray. And I like the way it looks. I actually think the foundation is a fantastic match for my skin tone. It feels good right now. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels light. The coverage, I would say, it is buildable. I wouldn't say it's full coverage, but it's really good medium. If you build it up, and depending on your version of your expectation of full coverage, it can be full coverage for you. I don't like full caked on coverage. This medium coverage is perfect for me. But this is how it's looking. I also added a little bit of highlight to my face. That was it, some highlighter, and my concealer is on, and I set my face with a setting mist, and that's about it. So I do have errands to run today. I have to run out the house like right now in like 5 minutes. Thank God I'm fully dressed already. And I will come back at the end of the day to give you guys a wear test to tell you how it performs. But so far so good. It claims to last all day. I didn't set it with any powder. So let's see how it performs on its own. And that's it. I'll be back. The time right now is 9:37 in the morning. Let's see how long I can wear this for. I'll be back, you guys. User family, I'm back. It's been a few hours. What time is it now? Where's my phone? Where's my phone there? I wait there. Where is my phone? Time is now 4:12 in the afternoon. So it's been about 6 hours, I would say. About 6 hours, and this is how the face is looking. What y'all think? What y'all think? I'm saying the face is looking pretty radiant. Pretty radiant. Let me put on some lip gloss and come back. So this is how the face is looking after approximately 6 hours of wear. The face is definitely looking radiating. It's radiating. Like, you know, that glow. It's definitely a glowy look on my skin right now. Let's see. If I look at my camera, my mirror, and I haven't touched up anything. I didn't do nothing to my face. I'm gonna touch it up. I'm gonna blot it. I didn't wipe off nothing. Only thing I did was touch up my lipstick, and that was it. Everything else in the face is exactly how it's been all day. And what I did today. So just to give you guys a heads up, I live in New York City. It is winter time right now for us. It was pretty cold today. It was like in the 30s, I think, or 40 degrees. So it was a cold day, not a hot day at all. And I did go out. I was out mostly the entire day. From when I left this morning, I just walked back in. So I was out doing errands all day. And this is how the face is looking. And other than the luminous glow, the sheen, I honestly don't think it's that bad. I like the look. Of course, my T-zones, I'm always glowy in that area. I'm always oily in that area. But in my opinion, it is a go. Like, my face looks glowy to me, but not oily. Does that make sense? Like, okay, my nose is oily. Yes, the nose is oily because it will always be oily. But everywhere else, to me, looks glowy, not oily, if that makes sense. As you can see, the sides of my face is not that oily at all. It's just a natural, healthy, luminous glow. It's just in my T-zones, you know, the visual problem area, it's a little bit more oilier than usual. But the rest of my face is good. So as far as the foundation is concerned, like I said, they have 30 shades. I swatched for you guys the last 7 shades, and the shade that I'm wearing is number 3, which is the third to last shade. So after this shade that I'm wearing right now, there are 2 darker shades. And usually, that is big, that is epic. Because in most GreenBeauty foundations, even that company's darkest shade is too light for me. It's rare that after the darkest shade, there are other shades. Like, for example, in some companies, I am the darkest shade. I'm talking about in GreenBeauty world. And in most companies, their darkest shade is still too light for me. So for now, to be able to have a darker shade that fits me, and also to have 2 other shades after, it is epic, it's big, it's a step in the right direction, and I must say I do appreciate it. So kudos to you, Pacifica, for stepping up, because it wasn't like that in the past. So thank you, big shout out to you. Okay, what do I want? Oh, does it transfer? Someone asked if it transfers. It does transfer a little bit. It is not transfer proof. So just remember that. It is not transfer proof. So be careful with the kind of clothing you wear or who you hug. But I don't consider it transfer proof or transfer resistant. The concealer, I did not get any creasing. As you can see, the concealer didn't get any creasing. I preferred this side because it gave me a much lighter appearance. I just liked it better than the right side. The right side was exactly my skin tone. Not exactly, wasn't light enough for my opinion. Those are my thoughts. I would say yes, run, buy it, order it, pick it up, try it, and definitely use it. I definitely say that it's a yes. Especially for my dry skin girls, this will be amazing for you guys because of the luminous finish. My dry skin girls, it will be amazing. If your skin is extremely oily, you can still wear it, but just know that if you don't want that luminous glowy look, you're gonna have to blot more throughout the day. I think those are my final thoughts. I think we're done. But that's all for now, you guys. Thank you for watching, supporting, and even in my absence, continuing to support me. I really appreciate it. That's it. So yeah, Pacifica, kudos to you. Have a good day, you guys, and bye.